options are. Now we see there's a room across the hall that we could potentially expand on that. You know, we were trying to have 2 studios and it didn't work out. But now that we're here, we can actually see, oh, there's more space for growth.
The universe. Oh,
big fact.
Episode of Space for Growth. Right now we're down 2 men, and so we got 2 more to replace them. This is weird because we don't have thoughts, and this is like the first episode that we shot without thoughts. We shot an episode without Gio before, but we also had someone subbing in. We're here today with the AM Music Group.
Yeah.
Introduce yourself, boys.
What's good?
Who's here?
Owen.
Artie.
Do you like to be called Owen? Do you prefer Owen? Can I call you?
Yeah. We're not gonna say that online.
You don't like that. So you don't like that?
No, you're good.
I respect that.
OGs got it. You know?
No, but I respect that.
I was like,
I needed to know. I needed to know also.
Because I'm sitting here, I'm like, that's all I've been calling them.
No, you're good. You're good. You know what I mean?
I feel the same way, bro. Trust me. I feel the same way.
I went against the grain for a while. I couldn't do it. I couldn't call him Owen for the longest time. It just happens, though.
Yeah, I know. Because I've known people that know you, that knew you before that are calling you Owen. I'm
funny.
Like, what?
I had a client yesterday. I haven't seen him since high school. And then he was like, yo, you look familiar. He didn't look familiar. He looks like fucking a grown-ass man. I'm like, yo, what's up? He's like, aren't you? I'm like, yeah, okay. You feel me? Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Nah. I feel the same. Like, Dots is probably the only person that...
No, he feels the same, too. He don't like... I mean, he only lets me call him... I don't even call him his real name either. I call him Caleb, and that's not even his real name.
I thought he didn't even care, though. I thought he never cared.
Nah, he cares. He cares.
For real?
Now
he cares. Yeah, he cares. But, like, he's not even, like, Caleb, you know? I call him Caleb because it was, like, growing up. You know, Haitians, gotta live. So, like, I call him Caleb from that. But I know that's not his name.
It's a long-ass intro, by the way.
It's fast. Stop, but we gotta talk about it.
No, we good. No.
You gotta talk about it. It's been a little bit.
But we got Art. You prefer to be called Artie, though?
Everyone calls me Artie.
Okay.
I think Arthur's too, like, scary. Iron Fist, you know?
Yeah, no.
Arthur.
That's fair. That's fair.
I go by Ray. Y'all know that already.
Caesar.
Simple.
And I guess today we're going to focus. I mean, I feel like every episode that we do now is music. Every guest episode, at least, that we do is always music. And we're trying to get away from that, but we know a lot of people in music, so I can't really say much. But I already kind of said it, but I want you guys to tell what you guys do.
Where we are right now, exactly.
Yeah,
like,
where we are, because we're in a
like,
different location.
Like, this is your space, bro.
Your space.
This is the new AM recording studios. Been here around a year. Started off in Owen's room back in like 2018. So it's been a long time coming. I think the last year has been like super healthy growth-wise. We still have a long ways to go, but it's like slowly but steady, you know?
Okay. Yeah. What do you guys do at the AM Music Group?
You name it.
Mostly. Yeah, name it. I mean, where we kind of originated was we were just producers working with artists and just trying to make music and trying to do music for a living, just full time. So we kind of have a little bit of, like, we kind of dabble in everything in terms of what it takes for an artist to like succeed. So that's kind of our background in terms of artist management, producing, engineering, recording. But you know, a lot of aspects of being an artist doesn't really pay. So as creatives, engineering was the one thing that we could actually, you know, help others while helping ourselves and getting paid while we do what we love, you know?
Yeah, there's not a lot of people, at least I don't think, in the Boston music scene that are making music and making money. Because it's a tough thing to do in general.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like, it's good to see you guys making music, making money, open a new studio.
The A room.
What?
The A room.
The A room.
Yeah.
That's the A room. That's what you call it?
Yeah, this is the B room. This is the
B
A
room.
room.
Oh,
They
that's
only get they seen the B room. They haven't seen the.
I've seen the A, but
Yeah.
these people have seen that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I see. Shit. Now, how do we go from his attic or basement? What was it? Your attic?
Attic.
Bro, how
The
you-
attic, the legendary attic.
Yeah.
We come from the attic.
That was
Two
when the
rooms
real
now.
that's when the furnace existed. That's when we were in the hot ass closet.
Mhm.
You know,
It actually was bad.
It was
when I
really
first
bad.
met Artie, we turned the attic to like a studio though.
When was that? When did you guys?
2018.
2018.
Yeah.
yeah. I actually we met through Carlib.
That's how
or
it
thought
That's why I
we
wish you
met
was
through
here. No
Fox.
bullshit.
That's
That would
No,
have
you
been a funny
can,
story.
you can call him that.
Yeah,
I'll leave it in.
I mean that's when I met him on like a personal level. Like we were.
I feel like everybody meets this man on a personal
Yeah,
level,
yeah,
bro.
yeah.
You don't meet him and not.
Nothing.
Yeah.
He's actually the kind of like the master connector, even though without
Yo,
even trying.
He really
Bro,
is.
if I think of everyone I know because of him, they probably, you know what I mean? Probably because of Carlo.
Yeah.
No bullshit.
A lot
yeah.
of people, yeah, and it's always good people. I'm not even gonna cap. I haven't met anybody that was like,
Yeah, I haven't met
Yeah.
anybody that I really hate.
yeah, like through him. It's like it was always good, genuine people that actually want to work, that want to do things. They're always creatives or like
Yeah.
something like it.
Yeah.
He's vibes. You know, he knows how to pick the good vibes.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what he is. You know.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, sober.
so you met him. You met through thoughts.
Yeah, so actually how it started was back in 2016 is when I started producing, and I was working with someone back then who just got into producing, and I just got into producing. His name was Anthony Mallory, and my name's Arthur Maressa, and AM, yeah, that's like where it all came about. I because we were doing everything in terms of, you know, writing the songs, recording the songs, producing, and then even going out and doing shows and stuff. We wanted to like start a publishing company, and like after we make the songs, try to sell them, and that is what was gonna like fund the label. Like that was our end goal, was like start a label here in Boston. And over time, we you know, we grew pretty quickly. Like we were working with this girl back then. Her name was Casey, and within like 6 months' time, we were like performing with Michael Christmas and BU and stuff. It was crazy. Like we had just started doing all this shit, and it was like domino effect. We just kept hitting like the next rung, but like it didn't work out with what we were doing in terms of Casey and everything. And Anthony was going to Boston University and stuff, and he was at Mass Bay before. He had a little bit more time. He was like with us and everything. So when he went off to BU, he kind of like phased out a little bit. Like he was focusing on his studies and stuff. And so around that time is when we started making music with Carlib a little bit more. And he was like, "Oh, I see what you're doing."
Sucks, bro.
You call him what you call
Listen,
him.
bro, you
Call
know
him.
him. You know him, bro. Listen,
You know
bro.
what
He
I'm
be
saying?
I get it.
every time he sees me, he screams my government,
I
bro.
get it,
Call
I
him
get
what
it.
you
If
call
that's
him.
what you normally call him. That's what.
Yeah. But yeah, that's like where it all stemmed from. And he was like, "Yo, I see what you guys are doing. I see, you know, you guys are trying to do the publishing and everything. And, you know, I want to start a label with you. I have a friend. He's a really good videographer. I have another friend. He's a producer and stuff. And, you know, we should just get together and do it." And so we literally met at BU, like in the library and everything, to like talk about what we could do. And
I was the producer friend.
and Damien was the
Damien was the
videographer.
videographer, yeah. And man, it was so crazy because this is like when I dropped out of school and stuff. So like my motivation and like hype levels were like super high, and like I like was grinding. I was up all night like researching, like putting together like business plans and everything. And when it came down to it, you know, Damon was super busy doing videos, and Carlo was super busy doing like his music stuff. I think he was releasing like, this was back when he was, what was that? That project? Like with before-
Wonderlust.
Wanderlust,
Yeah.
bro. That's a minute ago.
That listening party, like I remember, like I think I
Actually, we
think
low key met.
unintentionally met at that.
No, I don't remember you. I remember Tony because he was telling me what songs to play. I'm like, why this nigga tell me what songs to play?
I don't even know him.
I don't even know this thing. You feel me? I'm like, I know everyone in here. Who the fuck? You know what I mean? But yeah, I remember seeing him. I don't remember, like, you probably were next to him.
I was probably next to him, but I'm short. You know, you're tall. That's just how it goes.
Nah, you were
but-
probably like talking to other people. I don't know.
Yeah. But either way, Owen was really the only one who was like super down, like replying to the group chat and saying, let's do this. When are we gonna, plan this out? So I just hit him up and was like, hey, you seem super serious about it. Let's work this out, like me and you. And
I think he came to my crib with a big ass board that same day.
like a whiteboard?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He brought it, I think, that same day, right?
That's
I don't
dedication,
remember,
bro. He was ready, bro.
That
He was
same,
like,
I'm
we
like,
put
what
a
the
schedule.
fuck, bro? We ain't even talking about the bro. Let's get to it.
Let's get it. Hey, we write the countdown right now.
Let's get to it.
Yeah, no, I was hyped. I was
You're
like,
about it. I mean,
the thing is too, like when I was starting to get into music and stuff, I knew how many moving parts went into running a label. I knew that like it would cost a lot of money, like we would need a lot of resources for it, and we just didn't have it. And that was the business plan: was start the publishing, then do the label. But I was like, there aren't a lot of opportunities where I get to find people who are super dedicated and actually like super down to like create. So I was like, let me jump on this regardless if I'm ready or not. And so that's exactly what we did. And I think later that night after our first meeting at BU, we went to South Spot.
Nah.
It was definitely like we just had a meeting.
Yeah. We had another meeting, I think.
And
the first meeting was that day, and then we went to South Spot.
Yeah.
I think you met Bella that day.
And that's when I met Bella for the first time. And
2018 still.
yeah, this was literally within like 2 or 3 weeks. Like,
Yeah, you know Thoughts. Thoughts when he meets, she's like, yo, yeah, let's do this, and that, bro. Like immediately, bro.
Yeah, he was on
He
go.
don't give you a sec to breathe. He's just like, yeah, we're going. Let's go for ramen.
I knew Bella like before that though, like because of high school friends and shit like that. But I never spoke to her. Like,
Okay.
like
you be seeing him in the halls.
No,
you just keep-
not even high school. Like, we had the same friends, like Carol.
Oh,
Swan.
you had the same friends.
Yeah, and then Mixie and them used to be friends with them, so we'd link and we'll all like chill, whatever. I never really
never
talked to
say a
Bella.
word.
Yeah.
I'll say hi.
Hey.
That's it. You
I
feel me?
think that's kind of how I feel with Artie. I've talked to him like 3 times.
I always
Yeah,
see him
like-
at the functions.
we
but
our
But
network
we
is
had
like
meetings together too, though. We've had
Yeah.
meetings where we talk more than we've talked outside.
literally, yeah.
But
We do
yeah,
more work than play us for sure.
that's how most of my relationships start, though. In general,
work, yeah.
work more than play. But like, yeah, I feel like that's just how it always starts with thoughts. It's through other people, but so you guys start in 2018. You guys start doing that. At what point did you, I guess, build up from out of the attic and get to where we are now? Is this is the first studio from the attic to here, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
this is the
yeah.
first studio. I just want to be sure.
When we first linked, we were focusing like the label, like with Bella and shit and Mello. We didn't. We wanted to do a
What's the name
studio.
of the label?
Blue Space.
I knew it. I just wanted you to say it.
But I don't think we thought of, like we talked about the studio. We just didn't.
Yeah, like the studio was something I had in mind for a long time, and that was when that came up when the whole publishing business plan came in, because I was like, we're going to be doing all of this, making all the music, producing. We're going to need a lot of producers. We need a lot of engineers. We need a lot of songwriters. Might as well have a studio to kind of kick it off. And that was always like the original plan. But like I said, the label was something that came up, and that was like super inspiring with everyone. Like there were so many people who were down to do it. So I was like, we should definitely like do this. It was just super exciting. And I don't remember what our original plan with it was, but literally like a week later, Bella approached Owen and was like, hey, I need help putting together an EP. And
I was like, oh shit.
And you didn't
Nah,
talk to her.
I didn't talk to her, but like she would post music on SoundCloud and I'll hit her up. You feel me? Like this fire. Like we see each other, we talk.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna like say that was my friend. You feel me?
Yeah,
We was
I
we
get
knew, you know what I mean?
New people.
Yeah. And then so I met Artie and then boom, she hit me up. I'm like, yo, you feel me? Let's do this. And then she was like the first, you feel me? Like
Artist.
artist in the label.
yeah, so we actually, the first time we got together to work on something, we produced a song and it was called Blue Space. She named it Blue Space. And that was the first song we ever made for the label.
Mm-hmm.
So we were like, oh, this is a fire name. Let's just name the label.
That's too dull, bro. Nah, fuck that. We spent a whole day, bro, trying to figure out a name for this fucking label. We're literally sitting down in the attic. I think we linked probably like 12. It was probably like 10, 11 p.m. by the time we figured out the name. We're like, yo, you feel me? We called Bella like late night. We're like, yo, we need a name for this shit. And then, yeah, like it was bad. We sat there on the couch for
We
like
definitely got
12 hours.
sidetracked a few times.
Yeah.
No, that definitely happens. I remember back when we were younger, Ray, Gio, and I would we would sit in my room trying to because we wanted to start like a clothing line or something. And we were like we would sit all day thinking of a name, literally just the name. No design.
Nothing. We get nothing done doing that. Just sitting there.
Nothing done. Laying down on the floor.
It's crazy how like clothes is something that you first get into when you're trying to like start a business or something.
bullshit.
Like that was literally
It's
me
the easiest.
too. Yeah,
it
That's
really
why
is
it's the
easiest.
easiest mode of entry. That's what
Yeah.
that's. And
Yeah.
it's like, oh, people will wear your shit. Like, where'd you get that? That's actually really
Yo,
tough.
yo,
Bullshit.
nah, y'all see
Go
this?
ahead.
That's my
Go
nigga
ahead, talk
Bello.
your
Yo,
shit.
tag that nigga when
Talk
you
your
see
shit.
I got you.
I wore this
is your
exactly for
camera.
this nigga.
This
This
is
my
your-
nigga.
this is your camera
This
right
my
here.
camera. This,
Yeah.
you feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just fire. Look at that.
You know
This is
what I
tough.
mean?
It's tough. It's
You know
hard.
what I
Look at
mean?
that.
You know what I mean? Yeah. He just dropped this is his new drop. Because we're about to drop a project very soon. His name's Bello Brash.
Yeah, send me a shit.
I'll send you a shit.
Yeah.
Fire. But yeah.
Right.
I mean,
Oh, wait, to segue,
Go
because
ahead.
you were saying, how did we get from the attic to here?
yes. This,
Um,
I was just about to re-ask the
completely
question.
I was ready.
Well, like Owen was saying, the label is really what we were focusing on, and for a couple years, we were like trying to like really lock in and do something different with every release. Like the first release, let's just get some video promos. The next release, let's try to send out some press releases. The next release, let's try to do a full-on music video. And so with each release, we're actually learning a lot more and meeting new people. And it kind of got to the point where we were super, super constrained from not having money. And that was a huge motivator for us to be like, we have to do something to make money because there's no way we can run a label. And like I said, this was something that I foresaw when I first started the publishing and stuff, was that we needed resources to do this. We needed money to pay for all these things. And we didn't have investors. We didn't have, we were young. Like I think Owen was like 19 and I was like just turned 21. So
Y'all
like,
had jobs though, right?
Yeah, no, we had jobs.
I think
was very sure.
Nah, it was
ain't no
actually-
way we funding this.
No, but no, we had jobs. 2019, we all quit our jobs. Me, Artie, and Umbella.
That's when
and
y'all
we locked in.
That's what's
like
up.
autonomy. We were locked in that whole year making that project every day. Artie moved in with me. Tony
I
moved
was
in with me for a
sleeping-
summer. You
sleeping
feel me?
there
Like
for a while,
Oh, y'all were working, bro.
we were like living off savings and shit. Just
Yeah.
like
living off our credit line, actually.
well, actually, nah.
I was living on my credit
I
line.
had no credit back then. I was living
I
off
was like,
savings.
you're 18, 19, but yeah, I get
you
you.
know what I mean?
Damn.
Yeah, like we literally were like, yo, we gotta do this
we
shit.
had to do
or-
something. And I was completely self-taught from like 2016 when I started everything. We were just like making music and I didn't know what I was doing, but like we were producing. I was like, okay, it's YouTube exists. So I was just like, let's just record stuff and I'll figure it out. I watched a few, YouTube videos, but by the time like 2018, 2019 hit, I was like, we're putting out all these projects and all that, but like I've never worked in a legit studio before and I'm mixing and mastering all these songs. So I was like, let me at least go have an internship somewhere, kind of see what I'm missing. And so I interned at Red 13 for about 6 months in 2019. And, I learned from the engineers there. They're all super cool. Late Boomers Club taught me how to like master Bella's. I brought in Bella's title track fully mixed and he taught me how to master it and everything. And I took all their mixing plugins. I took a bunch of notes and I told Owen, I was like, listen, this is how we're going to do it. This is their mixing chain, all that. And that's kind of when everything started getting more serious from a studio perspective. Like towards September of 2019 is when we started having our first clients coming in. I think we were making like $100 a week on sessions and stuff.
it's fine.
2019 is when
Is
you
when
guys were still in. You guys were still in that.
Oh, yeah,
okay.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah, no,
2019.
Yeah, still in the attic.
Still in the attic.
Okay.
Just want to make
Attic,
sure.
still
Just
in
trying to get the
the
time.
exactly.
We
Yeah.
don't wait. We built the booth when
I feel like I remember
That
like
summer,
you.
I think.
I feel like I remember seeing you guys like post about, or at least you post
Yeah.
about. Not even you guys were building the booth. You guys were just buying a bunch of shit.
yeah.
That's
nah,
for
that was
here.
like-
No, that's for here.
Nah,
I remember
nah.
that.
That was
Oh,
for here.
for here.
Yeah, that was
I
for
think
here.
it
I
was
saw
for
that
here.
shit. Yeah, that was
I
definitely
think it was
for
for
here.
That was not.
But I
That
don't know
shit.
when that was.
I was posting that shit too when we had gotten it.
That
Yes.
shit we got late 2019 when we started making money.
Yes.
Because we were like, we need to upgrade because we're on a freaking laptop on a makeshift
That's
desk.
pictures. Y'all, yo, we
Bruh.
actually came from a long way.
You guys send me the pictures.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Send me the
Yeah.
pictures.
Yeah.
I'll put them.
Bro.
I'll put them up.
And y'all would
I'll
create
put
some
them
crazy
here.
shit doing that.
Bro,
Like,
yeah.
Dude, and even the attic, like you could see like the insulation in the ceiling and stuff. And
These
we were
niggas,
talking
these-
to Bella, we're like, we need to do something
They
with
were-
this
they-
and shoot. We even had one of his old coworkers come in and like help design and everything. I mean, we couldn't afford any of the designs
just
that she
didn't do
wanted.
it.
So we were like, let's just put white sheets on the ceiling. It was like 95 degrees out. I was up like, it was so hot up there. I was banging the sheets with the nails. It was ripping and everything. And then we got Christmas lights and hung it up.
It looks like a vibe though, because everyone that came in fuck with it. Afterwards.
And honestly, that's what was the premise of like the brand of AM. Like all like the late night kind of chill nightclub vibes where it's like kind of dark but like neon colors and everything. That's like where it all stemmed from, was trying to make a shitty like room look as vibey as possible.
Oh, but I like that,
Shitty
bro.
when the lights is on. When
the lights is on, you turn the lights on.
It's like the basement of the barbershop.
Yeah,
Bro,
exactly.
Just turn the lights off and throw some mood
We
lighting
tried,
on.
bro. I did my best.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah. Only when it's dark, it's lit down here.
So 2019, then you moved in here. What, late 2019?
Nah.
No.
2020.
So like 2019, we grinded like
21, yeah, I remember the first party I came to here.
Yeah, nah. We were doing well after 2019. Like end of 2019, we started doing well.
Yeah. It was right before the pandemic. Like we were steady growing like non. Like we were like, if you looked at our books, it was exponentially like growing. And
Every
then
month.
pandemic hit and it like back down to zero. We had to close because we were in his room.
Yeah.
And he has his his grandparents are there,
Nah,
his
it's all
sisters
respect
there,
together.
and we couldn't have people coming in and out. So there was actually a few reasons why we had to move out, but like that was huge. Was that bringing strangers into like Owen's
Home,
room.
just your home in general.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying.
Haitian parents.
Yeah, nah.
My mom's already cool with me doing the shit I'm doing now. You feel me? But like COVID happened, we had to like slow it down.
Yeah.
We're still actually having some sessions during COVID.
Yeah, like our regulars who were like coming in a lot, like we had them, still come in and stuff like that.
I mean, it's pandemic. What else are you doing other than making music?
Exactly.
Yeah, everybody was being
artists.
creative.
Shout out Victor.
Yeah.
Yeah, Victor was coming in a lot. He super dedicated dude. But yeah, actually, it was kind of crazy. We reopened that summer of 2020 for like a couple months because I think the wave had ended and people started opening back up a little bit.
Exactly.
And it was crazy. Like as soon as we reopened, people kept coming in again. So we're like,
Okay.
They fuck with y'all.
They fuck with y'all.
Yeah. So we had to close again, but like when we were preparing to reopen in like 2021, we were like, people are gonna come in again, and based off of our numbers, we can afford to like move out. And another thing too is we wanted to scale it. We wanted to hire engineers, that we couldn't really have engineers in Owen's room. It wouldn't make sense either. Like Owen would have to be there, so like he might as well have him just do the sessions. So that was kind of the motivation of like, we can get by with what we're making, but we're not going to be like making like a living off of it yet, But it was like, as long as we're breaking even and we're growing, like that's the only thing that matters. We'll be able to like have label sessions out here and everything. So I think early 2021, we started looking for, realty space. We wanted to buy a spot, but
A house.
credit and income.
That would have been smooth.
We went to buy,
That would have been a party
That would've
crib.
been
That would have been the
insane,
AM crib.
I should open dirty.
we found some nice places too, but like there was one, it got outbid, but like we bid like 10,000 under asking price. We were like, okay, let's not force it. And then someone bid like 70,000 over asking price. And
Didn't he get for like a mil, bro?
yeah, it was like 650 or something in Everett, and it was like 3 floors. It
Literally
had a
2 minutes
super
from the
nice
house.
like backyard, and
2 minutes
it was
from the
perfect.
crib.
We would have
Yeah.
had everything we had here, but over there, and then some. Like there was so much space.
Yeah.
And I think a contractor saw that and was like, let's take advantage of all this space. And he probably like turned it into 3 houses or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was like the defining moment of like, when we reopen again, it's gonna be like in an actual spot. Yeah.
I think it's kind of a blessing that you guys didn't do it in the house, no bullshit. Because
That's a lot to deal with.
Because a lot of people will come. An artist will see that you guys have mad space, just come with mad people. But also,
They already
when
do.
you have I know they do. but like when you have like literally like a studio, like it's almost like an office space. Like I'm coming in here to work. It's like I know people do come around and fuck around. That's the studio. You're creating.
Yeah.
But like you're coming in here to work.
Yeah.
So
right.
I mean, I think it's better that you guys don't have a house, but that shit would have been something.
Yeah, I think we want to sleep in the house too. I think that was
That's
like,
true.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That would have been a whole. Like,
A
you
big
don't want
thing
that.
too is we're renting this place, and 20,000 a year just disappears. You know what I'm saying?
Because it's not. Yeah.
Exactly. If you had a mortgage, it'd be a little different. We wouldn't have to worry about just breaking even and Like,
And paying rent.
you know what I'm saying? Like, if we just break even here, we're not making any money. You know,
Yeah.
if we break even with a house, it's paying the mortgage. We can always sell the house, and we'll still have that money that we're putting.
Yeah,
into
I
it.
mean, yeah. From a business perspective, yes.
Yeah.
That does
Yeah.
that does make a lot
Yeah.
of sense.
That and living at the studios is huge. You know,
Yeah. You don't want to
Yeah.
do that. You don't want to do that. You don't want to shit where you eat, bro.
Yeah, you're right.
I
But
can't
nah,
shit
it
where I
was
eat,
true,
bro.
true.
Yeah, you're right.
Because imagine like third floor is your bedroom, and then you're like,
Nah,
I got a session coming upstairs.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
I think where it's kind of stemming from is we were already shitting where we ate.
Yeah.
No, but it's like you trying to get away from that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're trying.
I want to be able to leave my
It would have been
crib.
a level up for
Nah,
sure.
for sure.
You know what I'm saying? I want to
For
be able to
sure.
leave my crib and have another engineer in there with
Yeah.
whoever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
'Cause
think about it. At that point, you got to babysit your crib. Same
Exactly.
you don't have to
Nah,
babysit your room, bro. You don't
exactly.
want
Yeah.
to have to do
At
that.
the end of the day, it's like a pros and cons thing. You know, you
Yeah,
got a list of
for
pros,
sure.
list of cons.
But yeah, but business wise, like the investment would have made a
Yeah.
lot of sense. Yeah.
But, you know, aside from the fact, like, regardless, we just needed to move out, you know, for a lot of
Yes.
reasons. And so if it had to be a commercial spot, that's, you know, what it came down to. And I think we made a really good decision because, like, we've definitely built a solid community just by having this here. Like, I feel like we've brought a lot of people here together. Like, we've introduced a lot of people, networking. Whenever we have an event here, we have, you know, 30, 40, 50 people. Like,
I met some great people
meeting,
here.
meeting each other.
I met some great people.
Oh, I know
here.
about you.
What you know?
Oh,
he knows.
We meet
He
great
knows.
people here, man. You come to AM, if you don't bring good vibes, nigga, I'm gonna kick
Yeah,
you out.
you gotta go.
I'm gonna kick you out, man.
Respect. Nah, I respect it. Only great vibes here.
Only.
I get.
I wanted to ask, how do you guys define success for yourself, for your brand, and anything else that you plan on working on? Like, how do you like define the success? Like,
Like,
I
what's the
feel
measure
like,
of it?
to
Like-
me,
I'm like, yo, where is it that you feel like you peaking?
Where's the measure of that?
oh.
Or when you measure it,
I don't know
like-
if there's a peak to success, though.
Yeah.
For you,
I'll
I'm saying
say,
for you.
like, it's, for me personally, I feel like it's never ending.
Mhm.
I feel like you never get there. I feel like if you're a perfectionist and you really strive for, like, for greatness or whatever you want to call
Exactly,
it, like,
bro. I be saying that in my sleep,
it's-
nigga.
it's like almost like it's always on the horizon. And once you get close to it, you're already foreseeing the next
'Cause there's a
milestone.
literally
threshold
There's
every
always the
time.
next
Yeah,
step.
facts.
Yeah.
It's like level unlocked.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's get it.
You,
Right.
you almost expect to hit that first goal, you
Yeah.
know, and so that you can move on
Exactly.
to your next goal.
I was,
Yeah.
you see that? I like how you just say you expected to reach that first goal.
Yeah.
Some people don't think like that. They just
No.
like, oh, I'm gonna fail no matter what. Nah, bro, I know I got this.
It's like for you guys for the A room, B room. Like you're sitting there while you guys got the B room, you're already planning. Oh, what if we can buy this room? We can get this room on this floor. Well, let's take over this whole floor in this building.
It's
You're
also
already
like
thinking that. You know
it
what I
was
mean?
like trial and error too, because like the attic was still up when we got this room. You feel
Yeah.
me? Technically, the attic was B room, but like
No one
people
wanted to
see
book
this
it.
room, bro.
They
You're
ain't
not
going
gonna
to the
want to
attic
go
no
back
more.
to the attic.
Nah,
bro.
nah, nah, we ain't
Like,
going
you
to
feel me? We thought it was sweet, but nah, nigga, we barely had a session over there. And then you feel me? Now they get to choose. Like honestly, now they don't even want to go back to this room. They want to stay over there. But like,
I
And
said the
that's
same
another
thing. My
thing, too,
first time
is-
here, I was over there. I was like,
Yeah,
I don't
you
know
feel me?
about the.
It was smooth. I mean, it's the lighting, really.
But we could have never planned for that. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like,
But you were aiming for it.
well, that's the thing
something
is
like that.
you can only plan so far. Like, you could have as detailed of a business plan as you want, but at the end of the day, you have to just start. You have to just like make that jump, because we could have stayed in Owen's attic for another year or 2 years, but until we had enough money, until we wanted to buy a spot. But it's like, no, like we want to grow now. Like, we want to do this now. And when there's a will, there's a way. If you feel like you really need to do something like now, and you actually look, there's
do
gonna be a solution.
You're gonna get it done.
And not only that is it feels like you're not ready. You know, it feels like, oh, we could easily not make any money the first couple months and won't be able to afford the year lease. You know, and it's like, what are we gonna do then? It's like, okay, it's not worry about when we get there. We'll probably have to work another job just to pay for the rent, or we're gonna have to work even harder to get more clients in. But either way, you kind of bet on yourself that you're gonna figure it out. You know?
Yeah.
And it isn't until you actually get here and you actually reach that first step before you're like, okay, now we have options. Now we see there's a room across the hall that we could potentially expand on that. You know, we were trying to have 2 studios and it didn't work out, but now that we're here, we can actually see, oh, there's more space for growth.
the universe. Oh,
Big
shit.
facts. I like that.
I appreciate you.
I like that.
That's crazy.
I like
it back.
You see how he brought that? That was slick. That was slick.
Nah.
Go ahead. You were gonna say something?
Nah, yeah, that room, the A room, someone else had it. And they left like 3 months after we got this room. We don't know why. We don't know why.
Pandemic.
You know
But
what I mean?
could have been noise.
It probably could have been us. You know, who knows? You feel me? I met her once. She was a nice lady. She was nice. You feel me?
Destined.
But yeah, the universe kind of just said, yeah,
That's yours.
that's for you. type
Exactly.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Damn.
that's valid. I mean, so now you said nobody wanted to go back to the attic for obvious reasons.
Mm.
Do you guys ever stop and think about like the influence you guys have on the Boston music scene or Boston creative scene in general?
Yeah, I was thinking about that.
You guys ever like? I mean, because I think about, I'm like, everybody that I've talked to, like, that has came to the studio, they always say it's good vibes. You know what I mean?
Not even that, but I feel like they've touched almost every artist out here now. At this point,
you guys
everybody
touch a lot
knows
of
what
artists.
AM is.
Touch more. No, everyone knows who we are, though.
Yeah, they know what everybody knows what AM is. These are
Yeah.
people I like when I met this dude in Brookline recently. He makes music. He goes, "Oh yeah, da da da. You ever heard of AM?" I was like, "The fuck?
How the fuck have you heard of it?
Nah,
it's
but I like that
something
shit.
that
But
you
you
know,
ever think about that? That's what.
Yeah, well, it's something when you're here working and we're, like in our heads, like you see where our perspective is coming from. You know,
Yeah.
That's where it all stems from in terms of our day to day. Like we think about what we're trying to do next and stuff. But you know, we meet a lot of people and we talk to a lot of people, and I think the biggest like community driver for us in terms of like going out in the community and doing stuff is Thrill Studios in Mattapan. If you know Steph and Cam and all them, like they're the ones that like were like, hey, I love what you guys are doing, and they're super about community. Like they're always having events, they're always like doing stuff. It's like Sean Wire's like group and stuff like that over there. And you know, they're always throwing events at their spot and everything, and they're always like they go to the extent of like going out into the city and like getting permits to have like events and everything.
Yeah.
Like,
bro, I'm trying to get into that.
yeah,
right
no,
now, bro.
honestly, like hook up with Steph and everything because he's super down with the community and stuff, and that's something that like he really brought to our attention. That like, you know, we have a lot of influence over like, you know, the younger crowds, people in high school trying to get into music or people who are just starting to get into music and stuff. And we've talked a lot about like what we can do about like, you know, either putting our heads together, getting the brands all together, like all the groups and collectives in Boston, like what can we do to like get together, form a collective, and just try to have a little bit more power as independent artists and stuff, because it's hard to compete with like all these like big promoters and all these big venues that don't really want to book like small artists and stuff like that, you know? So it's certainly an uphill battle, but that's kind of one of our main like goals, is to bridge the gap between independent artists and like Boston artists, you know? And it's super tough, and there's a lot of like, I mean, there's a lot of things that go into being an artist. I know, like, you know how tough it is with like, you know, with us and like, you know, so like, it's super hard, but we're doing what we can to at least give artists the resources to like actually do what they need to do, you know? So it's less about like how we're viewed and more about how we could help the people that like we bring around, you know?
I mean, so even with that answer, like you didn't answer the question like directly, but you answered it. You answered it.
Like,
you gave me the answer without even saying it.
What was the question?
The answer was, do you guys ever stop and think about your influence in Boston? But like,
I don't-
just that
honestly,
answer.
but-
just that answer just told me everything. But you know what I
even
mean?
from our conversations, like we don't actually like the shit that we talk about is not even about like, oh, how do we like we talk about like future and how we could like help people.
You don't even think
overall
about it.
take
You don't
control.
even think about it.
It just comes with the territory that you guys are.
Like,
You know, it comes with where we started, and like like if you remember, like where we started in 2016, like that's like we were struggling, like we were YouTubing everything, like we didn't have any like classical training or anything. We didn't know anyone in the industry. Like everything that we've done, we've learned on our own, and we know how difficult it is to do all that without any money, you know. And the little resources we had, like if we had someone like us, like back then, I feel like we would have jumped like years. You know what I'm saying? We would have learned so much. We would have met a lot of people that we could have used way back then. You know?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, I respect that.
For sure.
I
That's
respect
that.
How do you feel about that? Like you feel like you've stamped your way through?
damn.
Yeah, like everybody
Nah,
that
like-
come through here, you feel like, because the thing is, I feel like people that's worked with you, especially that's worked with you in the attic, like these are
Yeah.
people that like they
I mean,
talk all highly of you. Like
I think I
know what I mean? Like,
like overall, the way I see it is just like, just good vibes. You know what I mean? Like if you like just connect with people, they're just gonna fuck with you.
I'm like, a
regardless.
motherfucker's in your, like, he's in your space. That's what I mean. Like, I feel like these people really like fuck with you in a different level.
Like I fuck with them too. That's why, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You know what I mean. Like
it's all vibes.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean,
so like I don't think it's. I don't really overthink it. I just think that like, yo, I have a client today. I'm gonna do my job. You feel me? Yeah. And like if it's someone I already know, like, cause like typically all my clients become my friends. You feel me?
That's what I mean. That's what I was saying with that. It's like you stamp yourself to them.
Exactly. So it's
you
like
build that chemistry with them.
It's easier to do like whatever now. Like if they want to hit me up, yo, Owen, what are you doing tonight? Pull up. I don't. You know what I mean? Like I already know what type of time they're on as like business standpoint. Like now we could like build
because we're like part of the team.
Yeah,
now,
exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
I think that's important. Yeah, for sure. That's how it feels. I mean, I was looking at all the projects you guys worked on last year, like the handful of projects because you guys worked on a shit ton.
Yeah.
But I'm like, yeah, all these people all say, yeah, that these guys they're part of my team. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And you guys don't have to like fully be a part of it, but. I mean, you reap the benefits of each one.
I feel like since we started, like,
you guys are
learning about like label shit, even now, like if I'm engineering for you or producing for you, like I'm gonna want to know like what's gonna happen once this shit drop. You feel me? Because like
you wanna know what
it's gonna be bigger than that.
Of, like, what are you gonna do for your release?
Exactly.
Because, like, you know, are you gonna
with that being said,
release, he's like, so what's going on with the release?
Yeah.
Are you guys asking that question because you? Are you guys asking that question because you guys may have a way for them to get something out properly?
Yeah,
you may want to be able to. You want to help do it.
Some people don't even know how to like put out a proper press kit. You feel me? Like press release. You feel me? Like we could help. Like we know we have video connects and shit like that. You feel me? Like pictures. You know what I mean? Like we have connects in certain ways to help them out.
So that's
but
fire, bro.
regardless, too, like if I'm making some shit, bro, and I know it's fire. Nigga,
you're not just throwing that shit away. You're not letting you throw that away. You're not letting,
bro. Don't just upload that and say
on SoundCloud and be like
on Instagram.
I think we're too old for that.
Send it to your friends.
Nah. It's not too old for that. It's more like this is your craft now, bro.
Exactly.
This is
you
your
want
craft.
people to
That's
see.
where you gotta log back into the business side. Like, okay,
this is business. Like it's like, even though you paid me for the session.
My name is attached to this.
It doesn't end there, bro. It never ends there. You
part
feel
of
me?
my payment is you saying, hey, showing this music, and somebody's like, oh, damn, this shit.
Because coming in here means you like serious about it. You feel me? Because like, bro, you're paying bread to make music.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of work that goes into
more.
it. We're in
and
here
I think,
a lot.
Yeah, I think
live here, literally.
I don't even blame the
Basically.
artists if they don't actually like go deeper into it. Because like, bro, it's hard to be an artist
and be the
and manage yourself too. You know what I mean? Because like a
Okay.
lot of them
No,
go
that's
into
definitely true.
You can't blame them
They don't
for
have support
one.
systems. They don't have people.
Yeah.
Even knowledge base. No,
Okay.
artists don't even know half the time. If you're just starting off, you don't unless you're doing like deep research on what you need to be doing, and then you start seeing, oh shit, I gotta do what photo shoots. I need to know a little bit of graphic design.
I know
social
somebody
media.
that.
I need to do ads. Like how do ads? That alone people have as jobs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like running ads. So having to do that on top of being an artist, it's like it's overwhelming as fuck.
I think that's also
tiring
what like
out.
separates us from like other.
That's what I
studios, too,
mean.
'cause,
You
like,
guys put a stamp on people,
because we
bro.
care. You know what I mean?
Like I said, this is where we started. Like,
It's very it was very intimate in your start because you're coming into someone's home and you're making music with them.
I think kind of like just stuck with us throughout.
So it's relationship because for someone to even come into your home, you have to be able to fuck with them in the first place.
Yeah.
So you had to build that relationship. So I mean, you set that standard from the jump. You're like, okay, I gotta build a relationship.
You've answered crazy shit, bro.
That was the question.
Because we had niggas we don't know pull up to the crib. Niggas that smell like straight bud. Do not shower.
I was gonna say it's the studio. It's bound to happen, my guy. It's bound to happen.
But we could build the relationship after. But that's a first bad impression if I'm gonna come clean. You know what I mean?
When
Like,
you come to my crib, you tell people that was your crib prior, right? When it was,
I don't even. I think
No,
so.
we call it the studio.
I think we call it the studio.
Alright,
But they
It's
fuck
like
with it
pull up.
regardless. It's not even about.
No, but I mean like motherfuckers will learn to respect your crib.
If I knew I was coming to your crib,
they were all
I'm
correct.
not coming like.
They're all correct. Right when
You
they
know
see
what
me
I
with a
mean?
crib and they see my stepdad somewhere, they're like,
Oh,
they
they're
straight.
like,
Because my stepdad's not, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he's.
They're like, they go in proper type shit. You feel me? They're not doing crazy shit. But it wasn't, at first, it wasn't like, oh, they knew they were coming someplace personal. You know what I mean? Like, But
like when you're in it and you're like, I'm really in this dude's house. Like he basically lives right here. It's like at that point, I have to show us a different level of respect.
A lot of people did.
You know what I mean?
Actually, I got it, bro. I'll be clean and
it's like, but you got a little crazy when I said that. But what is one of y'all's craziest sessions? Both of you. I want to hear one of your craziest sessions then.
Fuck. What do you
like crazy? It
it was abnormal to you, my man.
Anything that was weird to you, like that was
like that day stuck with you.
There's a lot.
I got one.
Okay.
So, I don't know exactly.
You don't have to say the person's name.
You don't gotta use names.
I don't exactly know what he was wearing, but he was dripped out. Like, and
I hate those. If you're one of those, bro, I'd probably.
He's got. I think he had a chain. I don't know. He was just like super dripped out, like nice ass shoes.
He probably had 10K on him.
And
clothes-wise.
And then at the end of the session, he was like, "Yo, I can't. I don't got the bread."
This was like when we first started.
You know,
this was when we first started, right?
Yeah, this is one of our first sessions.
No, this was not here. I didn't even know him. I think you had known him.
I known him through a friend from like a year before, like when I first started mixing.
Nah, but bueno.
No, that's crazy.
He said,
I don't got
but
the
nah,
money.
honestly,
leave your shoes at the door. You know, come back when you got the bread.
Those might have been fake. We were too young to even know. If I'm coming clean, those might have been fake. I don't know.
I know, but we weren't like, oh no, you ain't leaving without paying us. No, we were like, all right, just just pay us when you have the money.
Yeah. You hold that track, right? I'll say you hold that track. That's how it works.
I think one of my craziest sessions.
That's the crazy part, because you guys can just hold any track you feel
I mean, but even at that time, it's like, we valued money, but we also were really new to charging money for the stuff we were doing. Yeah. So we almost felt like we were overcharging, even though compared to other studios, we were charging $15 an hour.
Because for you, it's like for you guys, it was
we were
so
in a
easy.
house. We were like
so 3 hours for $45, and
mind you. Hold on. Actually, at one point, I felt weird charging people because I didn't even know too much myself. You know what I mean?
So but it comes with the territory of like, oh, this is my house. I'm just starting. People might not think of it as what it is. You know what I mean? You feel a little. Oh, it's kind of hard for me to just ask somebody to pay me right now for this. Or is it just like you weren't taking it business wise yet?
I think honestly, that might have been a bad, because I feel like that time period we weren't really like classified as a studio yet. I think we probably just had them pull up.
We were super like modest in the sense of like, we didn't think we were like all that, we didn't feel like we were the best.
I know exactly what you guys are mean. So like, it's like you doubt you're doubting your craft, but also it's like you just like doing it, and you're like, I'm gonna do it anyway. So why would I charge him for it? That's because I still do fall down trap.
Yeah.
I'll do graphic design for people, and I'm like, oh no, you don't gotta pay me. Mm-hmm. Even though, like, because I can do it, because
you like it.
I like it. I've done it I can do it. I was like, oh, this took me 15 minutes. It's like, they don't even know it took you 15 minutes. You know what I mean?
It's like a huge hobby for you, and like it's something you really like doing. Like that's how it started. We were working with artists, and that's the thing too. It's like that's where like our client relationship, like the foundation starts, is when we were working from the beginning. Like we were working with Dots, we were working with Kylie, we were working with Bella, and we weren't like charging for every hour we were doing. We were a team. Like we were actually putting together the music, and then we were talking after, hey, we should do a music video for this one. It should be this, and that. What do we do for the artwork? Like that's the stuff we were thinking about while we were making the tracks and stuff. So while we're here now working with clients, we're kind of still in that mindset of like, okay, the song's done, what's next? As opposed to like we weren't just like engineers, went to school for engineering, intern, and tried to get an engineering job. We were like part of the whole team, and we just happened to
everybody can do something.
The engineering production,
Do you feel like, because you guys talk about, you mentioned that if you had someone that was like you guys that had the money, that you guys would be leaps further. I don't know if I feel the same way, because I think that you guys almost like getting it out of the mud built those intangibles, like the relationship building, I think to make you guys a better studio than you could have been before. That I personally think that. I don't know how you guys feel about that.
From a studio perspective, like to be honest, we don't need half the stuff that we have here to make a good track. You know what I'm saying? Like we started off on like
I was gonna say that MacBook he said.
Yeah, on the MacBook with KRKs, like in a Scarlet, like, and we were releasing like solid tracks, like EPs and stuff on that. And that's where our first sessions were coming out of. And And they actually, like, looking back at it now, listening to those songs, they actually came out really good. And it was because we had to spend that extra time. We had to go out for car checks every, like go out for a car check, make the notes, come back in, make the changes without even hearing a difference on the speakers. Yeah. Going back out and hearing the difference in the car. Like, that's the stuff we had to do to, like...
That was me when I first started graphic designing. When I first started... I mean, I don't even graphic design like that. I just do it for thoughts. I do it for... But I would... do it on my laptop. My laptop screen is so fucked up that I have to export it to my phone to look at it and be like, how are people going to see this? Yeah. Like,
it's true.
And I said it to Ray because in an iPhone I have Android. I'm like, how does it look on your phone? Oh, I gotta change the color. I gotta go back. Can't even see the color.
Same shit, literally. Headphones, car, like his car, my dad's car, like everything. So, I mean, yeah, money would have helped a lot. Like, I will say it does help a lot. It makes the process a lot easier when you have like $2,500 speakers, like each, like you can hear the clarity and you can hear the mix like so much more clearly. And even like an Apollo from a Scarlett, like that extra $1,000, $1,500 is like huge because of the access of plugins that you have. And you know, there's a lot of aspects to having the equipment, having the software, but you don't necessarily need it to make to make that. Right. But where I could say the money would have definitely helped is with the artists, because like I said, it's a lot of work for an artist to do everything. And so if you have that money, you can pay people. You can, like, it was stressful for us to like have to do a music video. Like obviously like Damien was helping us in the beginning. Like he was doing everything for us, you know, for free and everything. Yeah, and he was part of the label, you know.
He I don't know why he did that. He did that for us too, like for Soulside. Like I didn't even really know him yet. And like he was like, I want to shoot some videos for you.
Yeah, well, I mean,
I was like,
in the beginning, like he's like,
I mean, that's real. I mean, now I talk to him.
I feel like he still holds that like
Bodega Plus. That's my guy. Like that's like, and he just does it.
Yeah,
and I'm like, why?
And someone that's hungry, likes working.
I mean, we're all lucky to have met someone like that.
Oh, man, he loves working. I respect it, bro. I do.
Yeah. And that's honestly what you like for a label. It's honestly what you need. You need a team like that. You need a dedicated videographer. Like you need a dedicated like photographer. Like we had 2 photographers at the time, Marixa and Swan, and they were taking pictures for Mello, for Bella, and we had so much content at the time. It was so much easier for us to like get creative stuff out. Especially, you know, all of us. Tony was working with us. Owen was working with us on the music. Like we had a full team and everything. It's just over time it gets everyone gets burned out. Yeah. Everyone does.
There's no money to it.
There's no money. No one's getting paid, you know? And it's like no one gets paid until everyone gets paid. You know, we do a show, we get paid $150 once over the course of 6 months. Like, no, we can't.
Like, we're not splitting that. We're just going to put it back in.
That goes into the ads.
We're going to split it back. We're going to put it back in right there.
Yeah, and like, it gets to the point where we kind of have to start putting our own money into it in order to get something out of it. Like we need to start spending money on equipment. We need to start spending money on like a graphic designer. And like it gets super hard when, you know, we're trying to get multiple music videos out and, you know, we got to hire someone and our budget isn't higher than $200. Like we can't afford it. So it had gone to the point where I went out of my way to put like $3,000 worth of camera equipment on my credit card so that I can go out and film music videos now. Like, and that's a whole nother like thing that I need to learn and put, you know.
Oh, so this is recent.
This was like recent? 2020, like the last.
Oh no, because no, I'm saying like
you said you gotta learn.
Said you gotta learn. But I'm guessing you already started to learn.
What'd you learn?
Yeah, I knew you. You videotaped the show first. We didn't even edit it yet. Still.
What show? Oh yeah.
That's the show. We started. We started even editing it.
Oh, the thing is too, I was like, you know, I took this. Let me just send it off. I know, you know, maybe you or Damien or someone.
Yeah, I mean, Damien has the foot. I don't have the footage, so I mean.
No, but like, even from like the day I got my camera, like Mello and I, we went down to the. We went down to the casino and
that shit was fire.
And I had no idea what I was doing. I'd never done a video before. I was like, I quick watched the video on what the settings should be, and we just went out and we went out back in the casino. I don't know if you know Encore like that.
Yeah, it feels fire.
When you come back in, like you got to go through security again. They were like, hey, you can't have that camera in here. Meanwhile, like the last hour we were filming in the casino, like doing shots all over the place, and it actually came out pretty good for like the first thing I've ever shot like in my life. Granted, the camera had a lot to do with it and the lens, but like that was the first thing I ever shot. And like I had done a couple more after that. I did 2 more music videos for Bella that I think for something that I haven't actually like spent time on or went to school on or actually like done anything with, came out fairly good. And it was something that we had hired someone for like $250 to do a music video like before. Like I did just get the camera and stuff a few months like prior, but I was like, I don't really know what I'm doing yet, so let me hire this person. I was like, hey, you could use my cameras and stuff. You know, this was something that someone else referred to. Like they referred us to her. And
you're talking about the video for...
we spent, like, I was like, okay, this way, if she's doing the videography, I can focus on the production of it. You know, we set up a whole, like, scene and everything. We got, like, freaking flowers and stuff from Michael's. Like, we set up, like, we cut off, like, pine trees.
We shot a different one.
All right, bet.
Yeah.
They seemed disappointed the whole time.
It was actually for an artwork for Bella. It was the All You Want artwork. We brought a photographer to the video shoot, and he did a photo shoot at the video. Yeah. So we spent like 2 days at this photo studio setting it up. We had to drive all the way down to Providence to do this. So we drove down to Providence, set up, drove back up, brought more shit, set up the next day. And we went in and we shot the video, and she sent the rough cut like 2 days later, and it was.
That's all that needs to be said. What's the next question?
Wait up, no, I got a question for you. Actually, speaking of success, how do you guys feel you define yourself through work?
Through work?
Yeah. Do you feel like you define yourself through work?
Oh,
like you as a person?
Yeah, I don't really put time for anything else.
I was gonna say you're always here, bro.
Yeah,
like I'm saying, like if somebody's looking for, Owen, they know where to find him.
Yeah,
you can beat that.
Honestly, they'll find they'll know.
You too? Like you guys are just here every day.
Yeah.
I guess we kind of
are you defined by work only, or not even only, but like are mostly defined by work?
I think that right now.
I mean, your whole name's Owen.
We could probably both say that. Like we're kind of we're both focused on like being where we want to be at.
We're so like I feel like we're so tunnel vision on what we need to do and what we're trying to build that like.
I'll say yes. For right now.
Yeah, I mean, I can't. I'm not knocking that.
Yeah.
I feel
I was gonna say. I feel like it fits you.
Not most people.
Because bro, I've never seen you not here.
Bro, the amount of people I get tight, like, because I don't care to.
Chill.
Actually, you actually are, because we had a brunch and this man couldn't take a day off.
I remember for the brunch.
You showed up and you were like, I got a session. You showed up for like you got a shot. You were there for like 30 minutes, and then you were like,
"Oh no, I was there for a minute. I think we.
I think we did start late. Okay,
we started late, so it was smooth. So you came.
But I was there. That's why we started late.
Wait, fuck. I don't remember.
No, you came and you said,
because remember the day we were trying to set it up. We told you the day. You were like, oh no, I'm already booked that day.
And then you said, I'm gonna stop by anyways. You stopped by, and then you had a session. You had to leave.
Oh, that was a brunch thing.
Yeah.
Right? I forget.
Wait, what year was that?
Last year.
Last year, yeah.
Were we here?
I couldn't go to that.
No, you weren't here. You were not here yet. You guys were not here yet. I don't think you were here.
No, they were here.
They were in AM already?
Yes.
Oh, wait, I did have a session.
You did have a session.
You were I was at the attic.
Yeah, you were in the attic.
I was at the attic.
It was in the attic still, bro.
No, I was
year. No, I was not.
September last year.
Yeah, no, I was not.
You had the studio
September from last year. We were here.
Okay,
I remember because I came with Mello.
Mello did pull up. Yeah, Mello.
You pulled up with Mello.
Nah, but no, I was definitely there for like 2-3 hours.
Nah, it wasn't 2-3 hours.
Nah,
you're bugging.
You're bugging.
You were not, but you ate your shit.
I got a session.
Nah, I remembered. Because I pushed the session back. I had
you did.
No, but we did push our shit back too.
I pushed it back to like 7:08. But nah,
but we did. Our shit did get pushed back too.
7:08. Nah, we weren't running that late.
Really?
Nah, we ran to 6. We ran to 6.
We ran the brunch till 6.
Yeah, we ran to 6. And then
you had a session at like 3, and you pulled up at 3 anyways. And then the session was at 4:30 maybe.
For some reason, I remember being there for like at least 2 hours.
Nah,
you were drunk because niggas are saying that do say, bro. As soon as you put
everything.
Okay, all right. Let's talk about this. How long did it take for y'all to serve?
The food?
At least 2.
No, not 2 hours.
No.
An hour?
An hour tops, yeah.
And then I was there.
You ate duty.
Yes, and I was there for that extra hour.
Nah, it wasn't extra hour.
Bro, I swear to God. I remember. No.
Yeah, but we got the footage.
But anyways, you left. You had to leave for work. That's what I was trying to break in.
No, but nah.
That's what I was trying to break down.
Nah, I specifically remember being there for a minute.
I'm not gonna. I feel like you were there for a grip.
Cause I
feel like you would.
No, remember when I first pulled up?
The thing is, he was the first person there.
Yeah,
that's why.
I was the first person there.
Mello, and Mickey, first people
there. I was the first person there. You were getting a cut by Phil.
I was
I was getting a cut still.
Y'all can't say that. No,
No, we had to start late, remember?
You started late.
Because it was raining.
Yes, but the time that you started,
I respect
from the time I was there. I was the first nigga.
You watched me get a cut.
Exactly. I watched this thing get a cut, bro.
I was still getting cut in the basement.
Talking about, I remember that.
That's right.
Oh, that's valid. Yeah, I didn't even have my suit on yet when you pulled up.
Yeah, you didn't. You set up the speakers. He set up the speakers.
Oh, you set up the speakers. Yeah, you were there. No, you were there. You were there.
Phil was drinking. Yeah, we were drinking the Douce, bro.
You got that.
We were drinking the Douce. Yo, Phil pulled up the Douce, bro.
I think it's on video. You drinking Douce.
Yeah, bro. It's like you play with the bottle, bro. We have a video.
I was lit during that session. I think that nigga was cool though, so he didn't care.
You drink Douce, you drink beer, you drink, and you drink mimosas.
Oh yeah, that was.
Because you were the first. We didn't have beer like that, but we brought out beer for you. And then
I asked you for a beer, right?
Yeah,
the Prestige. The Haitian. Phil, I gave Phil one when he was cutting me.
Yes. That's what I seen in the back. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's when you saw the room for the first time.
Yeah.
But
that shit is smooth, man.
Anyways, I guess to get back on topic.
Yeah, I
have more questions, but like
I feel it's been a great convo.
I want to get Thoughts' questions because
let's get Thoughts' questions too.
I guess.
What
we
do you
have
want
to
to
get them through.
Because I know you guys do Thoughts. I'll say that.
It's a new segment, I guess, because Thoughts is usually always here, but now he's not gonna be here as often because he lives in California. So this is our thought provoking questions.
Thought provoking.
Y'all should do like some Zoom shit to try to get them involved.
No, we got it. Show him the video. Show him the video. Show him the video.
I meant live, but I would.
No, I know what you mean.
We want that.
We want to do that, but that's like, but we have like, I was like, we can get a bunch of fourths because like we have a list of people. Like I remember asking you last year.
Yeah.
If you want to be on.
Fill in.
And like, yeah. It was in like passing conversation.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like,
I've talked to you about it.
I feel like we probably did have a lot of drunk conversations.
I told you that.
Me and you have.
95% of the time I've talked to you, you've been drunk.
Bro, yeah.
Bro,
I'll say 95.
Environments though.
Yeah, everywhere we normally link is always drunk.
I ain't gonna hold you like
every time I've seen you, bro.
The grand opening, bro.
Drunk.
I was fucked up. I forgot who was here. Yo, nigga.
I lost my rings and my hat that night.
For real? Yeah. Oh, you should have hit me. I called.
No.
Niggas had to say, yo, you dapped up Phil. Oh shit, Phil and Ray was here. You know what I mean? I completely forgot, nigga. Bro, I was drunk by the time y'all niggas. You feel me? So it's like we were in drunk environments, but that makes sense.
Yeah.
So like,
I think everywhere I've seen he's been like that, but everywhere.
Here are the thought-provoking questions. He has two. The first one is this one. Oh wait, let me put up the volume because this shit's dumb, bro. Okay.
Bro, that's how you
see how he pulled up?
That's how
He's so
why, bro?
He's so led.
When I lived with him, he was
he's so led.
He was like that the whole week.
He been doing that for weeks at a time.
Hey yo, Artie, what's good, my boys?
Gang.
I got two questions for y'all today, right? So the first question I want to ask is, how does your experience as engineers and artist providers and counselors, how has that changed and how has that shifted as you guys have experienced more interaction in the studio and grown your base from not one recording room to two? How has that experience grown?
I guess it's very similar question to kind of what we touched on, like just relationship building, like how
I want
you guys.
I want to add that I did not want to be an engineer.
Wait,
you already?
So what,
whoa.
What do you
To answer
mean?
that question, I was solely a producer. You feel me? Like I said, we were doing mad shit at once. He was handling like all the engineering work.
And let's just say that I didn't want to be an engineer either.
It's kind of like the weirdest shit that happened, bro. I remember being a producer. I'm like, yo, I used to see this thing and do this. I used to do it a little bit back in high school, but the thought of sitting there and recording somebody and mixing it sounded like hell to me. You feel me? I didn't want to do it. I think what actually grew my like motivation to do it, I remember the first project I did with Zeus. I was doing all the mixing and engineering. That's how I got, you know what I mean? He taught me everything I need to know. I got good at it. And I'm like, damn, I actually fuck with doing this shit.
Basically said, yeah, how has it changed from the beginning?
I think
as you guys have experienced more artists and more
seeing that like we could actually do it kind of like made me more motivated to keep going, you feel me? I think that like before we didn't even know like what was actually possible. You feel me? Like it was just like
So you saw the business side.
Yeah, like, cause bro, it's a lot of technical shit that goes behind like everything that people see. You feel me? Like all the work that's being put in, like in the back end. You feel me? For all this shit to actually happen, people don't get to see that. You feel me? So like, I think a lot of that ties into like now that we're actually growing, like all those people that we meet. You feel me? All the good connections, like show us that like we're actually doing something good. You feel me? Like and that we could actually like keep leveling up as we continue to do it.
Let me get the second question, because let's see what he. Okay, here we go. Here's the second question.
And the second question I have for you guys is more so along the lines of your interpersonal connections. How have you guys been dealing with different personal relationships? How have you guys been so consistent in growing those relationships? Not just with other people, but also with yourselves. I love you guys so much. I miss you guys so much. You guys already know you're my family. All right.
Personal relationships.
I feel like it has a lot to do with like foundation.
Yeah.
You know, at least interpersonal relationships, like with each other and stuff, and having to see each other all the time and all that shit. You know, but
that's your guy though.
Yeah,
of course.
I mean,
It has
you
to
know,
be. You
like I
have
said,
to
you know,
like
we lived together for a while, like while we were getting this shit going, and you kind of have to put a certain level of trust in each other when you're starting off like that, you know, because everything just seems so like spontaneous. Yeah. And so I feel like that foundation was formed at like an early stage to where we kind of work autonomously now. Like we kind of know how like we work. We know how our brains work and stuff.
It's like us, bro. Like he knows how everybody works.
Yeah.
He knows what's gonna make him work, what's not. You know, I respect that.
Yeah.
Was he asking about like he had two questions within that?
In general, too.
Yeah,
like,
it was like
other relationships.
He just worded it. He was more so talking about in general and between the two of you as well.
Yeah.
Just like how is like.
Well, other relationship with like clients and shit, I think we kind of carry like the same type of structure where it's like we just got to make sure that like the first initial vibe is set. So like, you know what I mean? Because that's how you kind of become. Because honestly, the way I see this shit, it's a business, yes, but it's like I'm building a friendship in a sense. You know what I mean? Because like,
fun with it.
Yeah, not even like having fun per se, but it's like a lot of people, like especially the people that we have coming in, like they're my age. You feel me? So I understand how people my age are. You know what I mean? Like, like it's different coming to me to work than going to like someone that's like 40 years old. You feel me? Like you don't get the same.
Yeah, it's a vibe thing.
It's a different type of energy. You know what I mean? So it's like
that, and after like meeting so many like artists and having to work with them, you kind of learn a little bit from each person.
Exactly.
And so at the end of the day, unless you have an artist coming in that's like super big, you're kind of the expert in the room.
No matter what.
Yeah, and so it's you kind of go into it not wanting to make it a transactional thing, but actually trying to like help them. You know?
Yeah, but you talk to so many people that like at this point you're just nice with it. It's just
Yeah, but like when they walk in, it's like, especially for new artists, like you want to make them feel comfortable. You want to make sure they're doing everything correctly.
Some like a lot of new artists too are like beginners too. You feel me? So like they're now getting the whole vibe of like what it is to be in the studio.
Yeah, so you guys do that. You set that up. That's what's up.
No, yeah, you definitely set that vibe. I mean, it's good to hear from you sober because. It may here's why. Not because it just. I mean, like even when you are flex, you still seem
he
about
knows
business.
what's up. Yeah.
But you're very much about business.
Yeah,
when you're sober, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, no, I don't.
First of all, sober.
You want the business guy to talk to?
Yeah,
I even said that. I said that. I was like, always the like chill fun one, dude.
No, but he's not even fun. Listen,
he's definitely rubbed off on you.
Yo, I love this music shit. You feel me? He knows that. I know that. You know what I mean? Yeah. I hate like that's what I'm saying. Like the business side of shit is like complicated, bro. It's not like it's not fun anymore. It's not like it should be fun, but it's like. There's a level behind it that's like completely different. It's a whole different energy. Like I said, like I could be, like, you know what I mean? I'd be on, depending on what it is, cool. But I'm more like you see me in the lit side because like it's more. It's more like.
But those are the environments. I'm just fucking with you.
More like the music aspect of it. You feel me? Like I can talk about music all day. We could, you know what I mean? Figure shit out. But if you catch me in a session. I'm like this, like
locked in.
Yeah, I'm locked in. This is the vibe. I know what I gotta do. I gotta execute.
Exactly.
I feel like that's something that artists have to deal with in general. Like you have your creative brain and you have your like logical brain, and that's what the logical brain is what kind of controls that whole business aspect. Yeah. And that's something that even myself is like super difficult. Like if I spend a day, like if I have a session in the morning or like I'm you know, making a bunch of beats, the rest of the day I can't do business shit. Like I can't look at finances, like it'll just stress me out. But like if one day I start off with all the finances, planning, doing all that stuff, I kind of get locked into that, and it's super unmotivating to have a session or have to produce something. So I kind of have to segment my days.
You got your days.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
That's good. That's good.
You do.
You wake up, you change the mindset. I respect
it's
that.
Hard. It's actually like two different parts.
I know.
of your brain,
I know
you
exactly what you mean. Because like, Thoughts will ask me, like, we'll plan out a video, and then Thoughts will ask me some shit monetarily, and I'm like, bro, I don't fucking know. I'll tell you tomorrow. I don't know.
I'm in my bag right now.
I think it's also like a balance too, because you're saying that you see me more in like the lit side.
I see you in the lit side.
And more the business side.
Yes.
You feel me? Which also like it works to our favor, because like
one person gotta hold the.
Not only that, like,
hey, you know, I get lit. You know,
no. I've seen him lit. I've seen how lit.
We ain't gonna talk about Artie lit. But I mean, in a sense, for like people want to have like a cool like like lit engineer.
And Artie's got the cool lit.
No. If only how I am, bro. Half the clients that I have now probably would not really.
No, they wouldn't fuck with you. They know how lit you get. They know what's up. They know you with the vibes. You with the shit.
So like, if I was not like that, it's like it would be a whole different type of energy.
Like, who the fuck am I working with?
Exactly. Like, bro, Lay, bro. Like when he first, like one of my main clients, he was like, yo, when he first met me back in the attic, he ain't know that like. I was like this.
I'm not gonna cap. When I met you back then, it was like.
I mean, I know you.
I didn't know he was like that.
I know you since Lafayette, so I didn't know.
I didn't know he was like that. Nah, but even when
he's evolved since he's turned 21.
I have evolved.
Once you got the braids, that's
it's
what
been
it was.
uphill.
It's the braids, man.
Nah, it's not even the braids. It's when they started hanging.
It was not hitting. But yeah, like it's a good balance to know that like. Yeah. We could still be like, you know what I mean, still do business that we need to do.
You carry each other's weights every other day. Like you pick and choose.
Not even on that, just like in general, like people we meet, you feel me? Like when it's like even like in sessions, like I'm like telling them, yo, what's next after like you know what I mean? Like, cause we gotta talk about the business after like the record is done. You know what I mean? So like it's more than just like having fun in the studio. There's like more shit that goes behind it.
And artists are super volatile creatures, you know. It's vibes. Music is all about vibes.
If Thoughts was your first artist, I mean, you know that.
You know, it's he definitely taught me a lot.
Oh hell yes.
Yeah, he just
you know the Vomino song.
Himself.
The Vomino song.
Yes.
We made that with Anthony in Anthony's room in Waltham. That was one of our first sessions.
Yeah,
and it was super fun.
Just him being himself, you'll just learn a lot about artists in general. Because he is like the extreme version. You know what I mean?
And he's like, working with him from a business perspective is a lot different than working with him from a musical perspective. Like his brain goes two different places.
Yeah, he knows how to turn that on too. Like I respect that.
But in both sides, he's still volatile.
Oh yeah.
Like you both ways. You
don't know what you about to. You don't know what's coming out that man's mouth ever.
You never
know what's about to come out.
My first year of producing was with Carlo, because I didn't like he got me able to I spent that whole year with this nigga going to Boston, meeting people that I never thought I would meet, because why the fuck am I talking to random people in the street?
Me too.
You feel me?
Me
like,
too. I know a lot of people because of that.
Just because of, you know what I mean? Like, that's a real vibe check, a vibe setter. You feel me?
For real.
Like, he'll never not talk to somebody with a happy face and them like ignoring him. Never. Bro, it was the craziest shit. Craziest shit. He'll pull the baddest short in the room off that.
Hey,
I've seen it with my own eyes.
He's an assist man too.
Bro, he's OG for real. Nah, he nice with that. He nice with that. He be talking his shit.
Nah, he does. He does. I mean, yeah, we've got a lot.
Ramen. Yo, every time.
Every time.
Let me see this man talk to Shorty and not mention ramen.
Oh yeah, no, he's right.
Yeah.
LA, he was doing that a lot.
But
Ramen. I don't know why. I think it's because he's vegan.
Nuts. He's nuts. Nah. Y'all both went to LA,
that's the way.
right?
Yeah, it was.
And you see,
was that a movie?
So you saw him in his.
That was a movie.
I heard.
That was a movie. Yes.
I was there working. He was out having.
Yeah. I know.
So that was me. That was me and Phil when I've been over there already, but when I went back this time, I'm always about work. So it was me, Damien. I'm like, we got a lot to shoot. We got to shoot 4 videos in 1 week. Mm-hmm. Like, we got a lot to do. It's going to be long days.
I mean, we had our days.
Phil was like, you know, it's my first time in LA. Like, okay, we'll shoot the videos, but
we'll get
I gotta be treachy later.
I was like, I'm in LA, you know, I gotta be outside.
First of all, it was by, I think, Sauce got me a ticket for my birthday. Shout out Sauce, you feel me?
Yeah, for real, no, shout out. He got me my last ticket.
You feel me? It happened to be the same time they were going. I had no intention of going there to work. You feel me? That was like, I ain't going out in how long, you feel me? Type shit. So I'm like, yo, we're going to go out. You're going to show me places we went out. Every night was something different. Every night was good.
And then you probably had to go out with Damien some nights because he always has some shit.
Damien was there too.
Damien was there. I'm saying because Dots always has some shit with some girl. Yeah. It's a different girl.
You know what I mean? It was good that I had people down there too, like Tony and shit. Like we linked other people type shit. If you want to talk about me being drunk, I was drunk. I was there for 11 days. I was drunk.
That's where he evolved into his final form.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. When he came back, bro, he's been crazy. Listen, that's what we was about to ask you, bro. Have you ever had to carry somebody out of here?
Carry
out of just this,
because you know how the nights be ending.
Oh. No.
Have you ever had to force somebody out? Like, you know?
Mello had to do that once.
No. I don't think I'll bring... If you're that crazy that I have to do that, I don't... Probably wouldn't... No, I have not done that. I've not done that. Like, what do you mean?
No, but you've seen it done. Like, somebody was so fucked up, either, like...
I've seen shorties trip, fall out of here type shit. You know what I mean?
The stairs are steep, bro. I'm not even like cap to you.
Not even maybe... Like, they can't walk out type shit. But they got to drive. They got to ride.
They got people with them.
But, like...
It's like, bro, you got that fucked up?
I seen people drunk.
I think it was... Because at the shop, bro, I seen some crazy shit.
I'd be drunk here, but I was probably... I don't think I've been drunk here, like...
You slept there before?
Yeah, like a couple times. I don't like to sleep here, though. There we go. But...
There we go.
We'll talk about that.
Yeah, no.
I will be ending it soon, but I had one more question. Fuck, I had a question about what you just said about. Oh yeah, I remember the first couple times I came here. The first couple times I came here, and I was like, and there was just events, and I was like, I don't get why there's always events here. Until like the third time I came here, and I was like,
it calls with the shit.
I get it. I get why there's events. I get the environment that you're trying to set up.
You get clients out of that too, because there's just people bring people.
I was like, that's why the third time I get. That's why I just like to fuck with you. That's why I say it. But I get the vibe.
I feel like I treat like my clients good if we're friends now, and since we're like, yo, like I'll have people every Friday, Saturday nights. I got some shit to do because of them niggas. They'll probably go to the club. Yo, Owen, what are you doing? We got that.
This is after party.
Pull
up. You feel me?
Yeah.
I'm probably already here. You know what I mean? Like it's late. I don't run sessions past midnight or 1 type shit. You feel me?
So afterwards, you do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
So if you do need those late night ones, though, Mello's got you to the morning.
Till the morning.
Mello here? Oh, bro.
He's actually probably here, bro. He texted me.
That's smooth.
He was just landed. But nah, yeah, like, I think, me letting them have that space to do that, like, make sure, like, they come here more because of that. You know what I mean? Like, they feel like,
I'm with you. I'm vibing with you, bro. Come rock with me too. Like I feel it.
Exactly.
Bring your people. Like we're just chilling. Yeah.
It's all good vibes though. I wouldn't let it get crazy because like it's not like
it's
crazy.
Again work at some point. It's
place, but we could have good times.
Listen, bro. I haven't been here and been disappointed. I'm not even gonna cap to you. Every night's been a great night.
I mean,
you know what I'm talking about.
You guys created
every night's been a great night.
You guys created a great space. I mean, not only like for the vibe, but for work to get done.
We're trying to do more community-based shit too.
I mean,
listen, bro.
Game nights. I'm gonna bring that up here. Game nights.
Off the mic, we got some
Sunday
shit going.
sessions too. Like it's open door Sunday sessions come through. We actually have producers, engineers, artists come in and just make shit.
Literally, what I was just about to say. I was like, you tell me what. I was like, as we go out, tell me what you guys are planning on doing, but community building, Sunday sessions. We gotta talk about some other shit.
Yeah,
after
we definitely gotta talk about that because I got some ideas.
Oh, 100%. No, we've been talking about it for a while. Ever since we moved in here, we've been talking about it. But
all right, we'll get it done. Like,
another thing too is just to keep on the topic of that. Like I said, we're trying to like give artists like more knowledge bases and stuff. Within the next like few months, we plan on having like more artist resources, like not just from a music creation process, but from like a more label services type deal. You know? Like like EPKs, press releases,
Yeah.
bios, websites, all that stuff. You know, even just the biggest thing is like free consultations. Just like if you want to sit down and you this is your first time like getting out and making music, or you have music now and you don't know what to do. It's like we're not like super like great, like perfect, but like we can at least point you in the right direction of what you should be doing and who you should be adding to your team.
Help
to
you get it out.
Literally what?
Yeah.
I mean, kind of what me and Damien do, but we do it on a like a less open scale. Like we're gonna only work with these people.
I mean, we won't necessarily be like taking the reins on it, but we'll at least consult and guide you and like help you like kind of figure out like.
Sounds like Apple to me. Yeah, you guys sound like Apple. Yeah. Come in on Sunday and learn about the new products coming. Nah, but I love it, bro. You have workshops.
I had applied to Apple, like, thank God I didn't get that job.
Nah, but like workshops. No, what I mean by that, I'm talking about how they set up like workshops to teach people about how how to
I
get
guess
certain
we
things
do
out.
More of that stuff too.
Like a Sunday, you just have a class.
Because like we have a whole membership program where we're like we reward artists.
You gotta
talk about that.
You get a membership monthly. You pay monthly. And you can get cheaper sessions, correct?
Yes. Wait,
I was on your site. Come on now.
Wait, talk about that. Talk about that. We did. You can find them on Google.
I've
seen them on Google. Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah, so we still have artists that like have come up with us, you know, like that we started with like years ago, and we kind of felt like it was unfair to raise rates because you know we upgraded a lot. Like where we were in Owen's attic, we were maybe on a. Yeah, exactly. You know,
it went up though. It went up when we got that.
Yeah, we went from like a $1,500 studio to like a $30,000 studio. So we have to raise rates. So like, you know, and now we have 2 studios now. So like, in order to make it fair, we've kind of added like a membership fee where for artists who are here monthly or here like all the time, you just pay $20 a month, whatever it is, and you knock off like $30 an hour off of your session. You know what I'm saying? So if you're just here to get in now, you pay the regular rates. It's literally standard rates from any local studio around here. But if you're here regularly and you book a lot, you actually get rewarded. Like you pay less. And we even have shit where like if you book 10, 20 hours a month, you get like 3 hours and stuff like that.
Oh, that's smooth, bro.
Yeah,
I like that,
yeah,
bro.
It is.
That's what's up, bro.
Well,
see, an incentive for me working, bro.
Where can you book a session? Where can you book a session?
Just head over to our Instagram, or you can head over to Google and just search up AM Music Group, AM Recording Studios, whatever.
DM. Do you have like a
DM?
form?
You can go through the website. If you could just find us, like whatever, like website, Instagram,
Carl's Parties.
Yeah, bro.
If you're from Boston, honestly, just pull up and just buzz us. Like we'll
parties, yes, but I don't be announcing parties. I just
he
don't announce them, but they be crazy.
And then people just pull up.
They be crazy.
Yeah, man. But there was gonna be. All right, whatever. Cool. All
right. I mean, we appreciate y'all for coming on. Maybe we'll probably have you guys back so we can talk more about like.
Yeah, I want to see where y'all at like 4 months from here.
Yeah, we have to have a label talk too.
We talked about this is AM, but like
yeah.
I mean, we started from Blue Space and AM kind of evolved out of it, but it's still, part of.
Yeah, that's the goal.
Yeah,
that's one of the goals.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's
the initial goal.
That's gonna be the next. Yeah.
Right.
So I mean, it was great to have y'all on. I'll put what's your IGs? I forget.
Yeah,
Arthur Maressa. Super basic.
Owen Wave. You know what I mean?
And what's your government? I'm messing around.
I dropped it.
I don't like people know my government. It's not like a big deal, but I like to hear it from people that I knew as opposed to like new people. It's not like on some weird shit. It's just like it's actually my name. The Owen is actually my name, and that's what I was. That's my middle name. But like when I was like in Haiti, they used to call me Owen. They never called.
That was me in Haiti. They called me Ray, but everybody want to call me my fucking name.
But like, you know what I mean? Like,
no, bleep it out.
Everybody keep calling me my name.
I just took it back to the roots when I started making music. Like this is literally where I came from.
Yeah.
When did I do that to mine?
I mean, I don't even know. It just happened.
I think my dad started saying it, and I was like, I'm rocking with it.
I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna run with this.
Because motherfuckers just fucked up my name every time, bro.
I don't know how you fuck up his name, really. It's not
just
that
fuck
hard.
it up.
We'll say it after.
Okay.
But
I don't even know it.
You don't even. Oh damn, bro! I know your shit. You don't even know mine.
But I appreciate.
I'll hook you up. I got you.
I appreciate y'all for checking in with us.
Dots always says it.
And
Thanks for having us.
no, of course.
Super,
We'll
super
always
fun.
have you. We'll always have you guys again. I mean, we got to shoot in here, so I mean,
but I love it
I mean,
here.
it's honestly
time-
we shot here because it was hot. That's why.
Yeah,
We will be in the A room.
We could do the A room. We could even do the fucking shit in the
You can
back.
come to our studio.
and have our thoughts here though.
Oh, yeah,
no,
Doc will be here.
Doc
I know
has
he
to be
gonna
here for
make
the
it.
next
He's gonna
one.
fly out for
You
that.
gotta fly.
he's
You gotta
gotta
fly
be
out
here.
there.
Yeah,
I mean, we
he's
talked about
gotta
him
be
so
here.
much, so you gotta be here. All right, we appreciate you guys for checking in with us, and we'll see you on the next show.
Yes, sir.